the internet going.
Marty.
What's up?
Marty.
What's going
She
on
said it's
here?
their link on YouTube.
How are you, sir? Good to see
Their
you,
link
man.
on YouTube.
Back in the saddle this month.
Yeah. You were AWOL last time. We wrote you as AWOL, man.
I appreciate it.
Doing Article 15 on you.
A link?
All right, yeah.
That's on the year list, isn't it? With last one, you were sick.
No, I was out of town. Yeah, I had to be out of town.
But it's saying full. Yeah, it's not on air, it's saying full. Tell Miller say full. It should be on your portfolio. Is it under your thing, under your briefcase?
Oh, might be. Thank you. At least I'm not working. I'm looking for the most important thing.
She told me she come by your office.
How you doing?
I'm just never there. What you doing? Well, I'm sorry, well, here's Kathy.
Did you tell me it said full?
You all right? Hey, daughter.
Yes, we got full on it. And they never blinked before.
She does.
We're not gonna be able to.
Well, we can go on Facebook and stream it to Facebook. And Julie's gonna try to redo it and see.
I say Julie's seen one.
Let her get the last word in the rain on the way home.
I have a feeling she's not going to shoot one at all.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing? See, I was gonna put it with this girl.
There's no women. How you doing?
It is a game the hardship. And you look
All
at
three times you
he said piece of out and they take it down.
What was wrong with it, Kathy?
Big old
Julie was kicking it. He said he didn't think it was scheduled right, but it showed up around there. So, right there,
Same
back.
thing.
That is our,
Miss Julie. CA with LDBA.
That's the Veterans Affairs. They, we did one earlier this year. They had to go up. Something like $600. Yeah.
And they're waiting for federal Secretary for LDBA since we're cousins, you know. That's all right.
Alright, let me scoot up.
On the other side.
Yeah, you can make it.
Mr. Hall. How you doing, sir? We can start now, you're here. Oh, okay. I'm glad y'all waited.
Mr. Holmes, glad to see you, sir.
Really? Well, I'll be all ears.
You sound like I do.
And Joey.
Again, yesterday, all I've ever seen, Kansas City. Denver, those Saints coaches.
We got
when they put the cup in.
Hey.
today, and I'm
What's the hell to be doing? When you sell it to your people, they should.
had me Cody.
You don't have to go to the city.
Had me Cody on the tractor.
They won't work, they won't run.
Yeah,
So,
I got
you know, you gotta figure out ways to do it.
I go check on it.
I need to.
But we gotta fix the ones we have and what we've been doing for 30 years, so what you get, 30 years you keep doing, it's the definition of insanity.
I understand what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I have to.
Because if we keep doing, we're gonna keep getting what we're doing. That's nothing. Council hasn't done anything in years.
I had it, it went to trash, I pulled it back, it was the wrong number now.
Glad you showed up every now and then.
Okay, at 5:30, we're gonna call the meeting to order.
I don't know how it got back.
We're gonna have, Mr. Cheekwood to do the invocation, Mr. Holmes, the, pledge. Stand, please.
The mic's waiting on.
Father, we thank you today, Lord God, for you to come before you, Lord. I just thank you for your lead, God, and direct each and every one of us tonight, Lord God, as we come into this meeting tonight, Lord God, to do the best for this parish as a whole, Father, for the people in this parish. I just thank you, Father, that we'll move in the unity that's necessary, Father, to solve problems and everything that we got to do tonight. And we just thank you for your mercy and grace in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I do roll call. Mr. Braxton.
Here.
Mr. Allen.
Here.
Mr. Holmes.
Here.
Mr. Cheekwood.
Here.
Mr. Carey.
Here.
All present. At this time, for invited guests, we have a special presentation by Swift for broadband. You like to come up?
Yes, for all of you who don't know, I'm Glenn Cogman. I'm project manager for Swift Fiber.
Get that mic closer, please.
Okay. How about that, Mr. Mark? We're talking good now. I am Glenn Cogman, project manager for Swift Fiber. My main big concern tonight is just want to focus in. I'm going to turn it over to Zach, our sales manager, but the main thing I wanted these constituents to know, and all of y'all, this has been one enjoyable parish to work with. Had nothing but good communications. I know a lot of y'all that I have talked with Cheekwood and different ones, but kind of repeatedly, Mr. John, who tonight I'm well blessed to see him for the first time. I missed him on his last meetings and all, but we've communicated a lot over the phones, well with Mr. Mark as well, and as I passed it on to other project managers throughout Swift organization, I think we set a good counsel here with just the communication part. That makes things go so much better, you know, within the organization as far as problems that we have. It don't escalate to the states or other figures to where, you know, we can solve problems with Mr. John letting me know, hey, we got problems here, and, you know, we get on that. So I pushed that heavily, you know, with all of our organizations, and hopefully we can do even a better job in 26, you know, with that, leading up with just response that I've had with NACA this year. It's been great. Even with outside of this office, I invited Ms. Joe. I don't see Ms. Joe here today, but she's remarkable to this parish here as far as working with me on parish roads and whatnot. Couldn't be more pleased of a lady that enjoys her job every day and does a great job there. just kind of letting everyone know here, kind of what we done in 2025. We drilled 2,650,000 feet of fiber that we've installed. We lack one drill in Natchitoches. I was hoping to say we was complete here, but Mr. Martin live in hard ground down there, and we got one little obstacle there. But in saying that, and I'm gonna turn this over to Zach, everything that we completing in my team, we get fiber in the ground and we get it spliced in. At that point, we turn it over to another group, and it's sales and all, and that's where Zach will kind of come in to kind of let everyone know, hey, we got all this fiber that I say we've drilled, when you gonna be able to get internet? So hopefully Zach can kind of enlighten that, don't hold us to it. We got terms on kind of what we're gonna complete up the first of the year, and then we'll be right on it till the first of the year we'll be complete, and then we'll start up the first of the year then with finishing up Natchitoches Parish. So everything's looking good on far as getting y'all sewed up. I know far as I say I lack one drill, we're close on fiber right behind everybody. I like to drill in Powhatan up there, that big river crossing. We've done it this past week. Fiber was right there on top of them, so it ain't like, I'm saying here, we lacking stuff. Fiber's been right on them, splicing to where we can turn it over to that, because, hey, we want y'all's money too, coming on in. So, hopefully to get everyone hooked up quick. Zach will have some rates to kind of go over with y'all and so forth. But once again, it's been a great pleasure working with this parish. As I've told Mr. John tonight, we'll go through, and right now it's kind of like we're finishing up Natchitoches Parish, but there may be other bills that we have as far as different government fundings coming out the first of the year, which it will be. Even stuff on our own, say we missed your subdivision just a little bit, we may can gather it in. I'm not saying, hey, we completely through to, right now on Natchitoches Parish, but we'll kind of see and kind of go along with that at the first of the year and as things go forward.
Okay.
Any questions or anything from anybody? This time I'll let Zach take it over and kind of give y'all what you wanted to hear, I think.
All right,
Is it all right if I give you this, pass it around? This is their own card.
Sure.
So what we're passing around now is kind of packages and pricings, and this is what you'll be seeing as we, enter into these new areas. And to kind of piggyback off what he said, we're not done yet. I got word just earlier today that I know at Road William Provençal, Coochie and Flatwoods, all of those areas will be completed hopefully by the end of this year. That's our goal. And then, other parts of Natchez is going to be earlier in the new year. So that is the foreseeable kind of area that we will be working. And then, like he said, as we get more government funding and stuff comes out, obviously that'll spread. Only thing I just want to make very certain of is that we all understand, and he touched on it, is that we don't cover 100% of everything. There are some times where neighborhoods miss, or so on and so forth, and a lot of that's just because of the government funding. They tell us where we can and cannot go. So as time progresses and we're building this thing out and growing as fast as we are, a lot of those areas will be covered eventually. So just bear with us. It is coming. So I want to touch a little bit more on the pricing and such. There is a time currently where we're running promotions and things, so that number could be higher than what you may see whenever it is active and in your areas. But that is, for now, the base price of what you would see coming in, and as well as the speeds to match that. As far as, pretty much that's all I have for you. Do y'all have any questions about what you're seeing?
Just kind of touch base with the audience on far as some of the pricing, just kind of read over what you're looking at there on
Yeah,
the forest and
absolutely.
everything. I don't know a lot of those speeds myself, but
So,
it's kind of cool.
yeah, so I'll go over it very quickly, right? So we do, currently we're doing, the fastest package we have is a 1 gigabyte, which is 1,000 megabytes. Good thing about fiber optic is you get what we call symmetrical speeds. So an upload and a download means you'll have 1,000 upload and 1,000 download. It matches, no matter what. And then, so that's our fastest package. Our middle package is 250 megs, which can still run the majority of households in America. Like, if you have 4 to 5 people in your home, that's still really good service, right? Especially with the fiber, with the symmetrical. And then the cheaper, more package we own, or we have, is the 100 meg. So, I mean, even if it's a 2 to 3 family home, that's more than enough to run what most people would need.
What's that kind of compared to a HughesNet or something? Not getting in here, I don't have a clue, but what's that kind of compared to something like that?
So generally what you would see with HughesNet, biggest difference is that's a satellite service, right?
Yeah.
We're fiber optic, like I said, with the symmetrical. Satellite, you're only gonna get 15 megabytes, 20 megabytes, right? My cheapest service is 100. So no matter what, we're gonna beat you in service, right? And then pricing is very simple. They're quite expensive when it comes compared to us for somebody like that. More established companies like Optimum's, there is a little bit more of a competition there. But as I touched on earlier, you'll notice that we're doing competitive pricing in a lot of these markets to make it more fair for, you know, the potential customers when it comes to looking at our services. But yeah, and so the 100 meg generally is going to start off for about $50 a month, and then the 250, that middle package I was explaining, 65, and for that 1 gig is $85 a month. That in and itself, I think Optimum's 1 gig is $65, right? But they're on copper. So copper, again, is different. You don't get the symmetrical, and you don't get all of it to your devices. With fiber, you do a lot to go into. You kind of go into it on your own, I suppose, if you have the time. But other than that, that's basically what we are and what we have to offer.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
You got a question?
So, there's some areas that have not been touched yet. There's a lot of areas I know that have. In fact, the day y'all started, when y'all left Sabine Parish, I was standing there watching you. So you've covered a lot of ground, admittedly, but Collins Road is one area, and that's just up in Highway 6. Just-
I'm not sure.
Okay. I know, but I know Laura has not been done, or Mink, or Lotus. And I don't even know if they're going to be done, specifically Lotus, because it's a small community off of 117, abuts Red Dirt and the Kisatchie National Forest. So I know it's remote, but there is a community up in there, and a lot of people are asking me, and I don't have answers to their questions, one. And then two, they're asking me, when are they going to start taking orders to actually, and then run the lines from the trunk to their house? And then how much later will they get that dug and then go hot and light it all up? So
I'll touch on what I can answer, and then I'm gonna have him come to answer what I can't. But so once they're done with the whole process, there's generally like a 2 to 3 week window to where it's passed on to my team, to which we would then send door-to-door employees, and we come canvass the area, we knock, and we offer our services, right? It is up to the homeowner at that point to decide whether they want it. If they decide they do, you can go ahead and sign up then and there. Generally, we have a 2 to 3 week, and it could be shorter and it could be longer. Most times it's 2 to 3 weeks of a window for install, right? Once that install is scheduled, the day that the technician leaves is the day you have service. So from start to finish, I would assume, right, when they're done to when we're done is, you know, let's say the 2 weeks between they're done, I get it, and then another 2, so a month altogether. But the customer only knows those 2 weeks, right? Once we knock on your door and we offer you the service and you decide to get it, or you go online and do it yourself, there's that 2 week window of waiting time, essentially, to have a technician show up to install the services. So to answer that part, I'd say 2
But the
weeks.
technician is the one that digs and puts the line?
So if the line's not already there, then we can't sell the service, right?
No, I'm talking about to the trunk, because all the lines are on the main road, so nobody lives on the road, they live off the road, so how does that get there?
Yeah, they will plow in to that service. That's actually
But that's the
something,
question.
it's right behind our procedures. They're doing that across the board right now.
And I appreciate that, but the problem is, there is nothing on paper, no schedule anywhere. So when people ask me, I said, throw a dart on the board, that's about all I can tell you.
Well, and that's what I'm hoping we can kind of clarify tonight, far as our procedure. As I stated, we just completing up Natchitoches in the lower part. They're doing these plowing and procedures across the board. They've got a schedule now with these places that you just named off of what's gonna be on the schedule for this remaining year. And then it will fall in quickly at the first of the year. I may be throwing a dart too, but it's all scheduled quickly on far as y'all coming out first at the first of the year in the other remaining parts that he didn't name off. Cause see, they even got that scheduled on a part that I like a drill, so, that's one thing there.
So if someone that lives down the road from me says, when am I gonna get, and I go, 6 months from now,
Let's see,
a year from now.
your part was, tell me the names of the places you at, cause I think.
Let's say Chopin.
Chopin.
I don't have information on
That was,
Chopin.
that
That would be
was
after.
Flatwoods.
Okay.
That's
That
Flatwoods.
is Flatwoods, fair enough. So yeah, that's this year. We're planning in the entirety of Flatwoods to be completed before January 1. That's the hope there, right? And with this guy here.
Because I got a lot of people lined up and say, look, I'm gonna go buy Starlight, because this is taking forever, and I'm saying, well, just hold off.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And that's what I wanted to clarify tonight. Could you have that list again, Flatwoods, different?
Yeah, so Roebling, Provençal, Coucheville, and Flatwoods is going to be done this year. And then what I was told is parts of Natchez is what we would work on immediately after.
See, I mean, that's a great sign to me, because they're really not reflecting off, the only drill I lack in Natchitoches is in this area, but I've got fiber right on top, so they've got it scheduled out for their team to be right there on it as well. So, in answering your question to whomever, you got those areas gonna be finished first of the year. How long you think far as from the remaining part? I mean, I've got 17 jobs that I completed this year. I would think within 30 to 60 days that we would have sales from a sales teams working on all of them.
From the point when you're finished with it, yeah, I would say roughly 90 days is a better cushion just for everyone involved to make sure that when he's finished with it and it's handed to us, and by the time it gets to you, there are no issues.
So they will have sales team, Mr. Mark, within 30 days of the new year on these other places that won't, because I finished them even before I got one of these that's even called to be completed up by the end of the year.
So is there a map showing the coverage area at the Louisiana website?
Of actually what we've done and completed.
Or what's gonna be done? Like, my question is about Lotus, Moore, Mink, and all that.
Yes, I actually can get y'all even lined up on that this next week. I thought maybe I had you on a map already. Far as Natchitoches overview map, everything that's been placed.
Because the only thing I saw, when we were at the Police Jury Association meeting in Baton Rouge, a small piece was not covered in the parish, and it was red dirt, basically.
I definitely will get y'all even lined up on the map to where you can see everything that we built, all this footage I've told you, everything that's built, parts off of it, how far it is to some of these communities you talking about, and that's what I was gonna talk with y'all on far as we'll get together
Okay, thank you.
first of the week, on far as what all hasn't been built, we'll go forward there.
Thank you, Mr. Coffin. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank y'all so much.
See you later, Glenn. I'll
Yes.
holler at you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
At this time, we have the department heads report. Mr. Creamer, Joey?
Good evening. Do y'all have any questions about our report?
Doing a good job as far as I see. I mean, so far, Mr. Kramer, you have turned my area around on calls. I appreciate what you got going out there for me. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else for Mr. Creamer? Next, Ms. Sharon Harris.
Good evening to everyone. You all received my report. Do you have any questions, concerns, or comments in reference to the report? I just want to add two things. We're actually taking applications for folks who want to reserve a spot on the hill for the Christmas festival parking. And also, today, I received notice that we've been approved, our foster grandparents, to be into the Christmas festival parade. So we're going to have a float.
She's gonna have a float.
Yeah.
Anything else for Ms. Sharon? Next, we have Ms. Julie.
Oh, good evening. Same old, all the check registers, the posted transactions. You also have the actual to budgeted for the general fund and the balance sheet for the general fund. I want to say sales tax. Sales tax is up a little from last year. Last year was down for some reason, so it is up a little, about 100,000 or so. It's still less than what it was in 2023, but overall it's doing well. Tonight we have the capital and operating budget for public hearing and action. We have the 2 adjudicated properties for public hearing and action. You have a resolution to sign Sharon's LaHeap agreement, a resolution for NRMC for revenue anticipation notes, also the CEA with the Department of Veterans Affairs, IT agreement with Kinetics, and also the health and other insurances for 2026. So the year is coming to a close quickly. Any questions on any of that? I know we'll go through it when it's time, but that's the highlights. Planning and zoning, all the reports are uploaded. It looks like we had a few more commercial permits this year than has been in the past, so that's been a good thing for the parish. So, anything?
Any questions for Ms. Julie?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Salter?
Who is that? Okay, we got gold under 300 that's completed on Mill Creek. It's open, did a fantastic job. We was able to rock the road on both sides for an extended distance. It got good armor on it now, and I think it'll do a good job for us. We got 3 roads. We opened bids on lateral lane, but we had to reject them for some addendum that wasn't put in right. So we're gonna rebid it. Blanchard and Clark, they'll be open on the 16th of December. Gonna run it in the next year. We had to give Pat Williams 72 more days to a distance of January the 5th for completion. The elevator is holding us up. It'll be shipped from the factory in Norway or Sweden or Alexandria, I don't know where it's at, but it'll be shipped on the 21st. So that's put us about 6 weeks in the hole on that project with the courthouse security. That's about all I got real quick. We got a bunch of folks here tonight, so looks like some real important people.
Is there any questions for the parish president, Mr. Salter?
Thank you, Mr. Salter, for 300 over
Yeah, I
there. Great
appreciate
job.
your persistence and helping that, and Mr. Mark, and we got Gorham Bridge is open, Mr. Mark has persisted with the state. We got By Pier Bridge back open. I can't think of anything else.
Everybody was well pleased up there with that road and the way it looked. They was real happy. Just wanted to pass that on to y'all.
If there's no more questions for Mr. Salter, we'll move on to number 8. Council adopted minutes of the regular meeting of the Natchitoches Parish Council held on Monday, October 20th, 2025. Can I get an offer?
I'll offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Pass. We don't have any board appointments this time. We don't have any old business. We don't have any new business for first introduction of proposed ordinances. Can I get a motion to go into a public hearing?
So offered.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Allen?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Allen? Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
It is now open. I will read each one of them and we'll go back and discuss them one by one. First one, council to adopt ordinance 018-2025 to introduce the 2026 operating and capital budgets for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026, and for capital budgets and making appropriations for each department, project, and account with an amendment. B, council adopt ordinance 019-2025 to establish a franchise fee to be paid by Southwestern Electric Power Company to the Natchitoches Parish for the use of parish right-of-way and public property. C, council adopt ordinance 021-2025 to authorize the parish president to surplus the Robeline Library building. D, council to adopt ordinance 22-2025 to authorize an active sale by the parish of Natchitoches to sell certain adjudicated properties, parcel number 902-0095-450 by public auction and further providing respect thereto. E, council to adopt ordinance 023-2025 to authorize an active sale by the parish of Natchitoches to sell certain adjudicated properties, parcel number 904-201-2100 by the public auction and further providing respect thereto. Now we'll go into discussion for A, for the adoption of the operating budget. At this time, Ms. Julie, you can have it, and then we have any questions from the audience or the council.
Okay. So, I guess the biggest things we have the COLA, the 5% COLA. We have money for NRMC's hazard mitigation project, which is a new generator. That's 1.1 million. LWI should come to construction in 2026. They are preparing bids for the actual construction. But I don't think it'll actually go out to bid until January, but I've been wrong before. We have the Gold on the Road capital outlay. We have Blanchard, as Mr. Salter said, and we have Clark. There's also a hazard mitigation for Lower Cane drainage. So, is there any questions, anything that I can give any clarity to or help with?
At this time, any questions from the audience? Any questions from the council?
Just say that I looked at it, I appreciate everything that we talked about. I pretty much got my answers up front, and I did a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. No questions from Ms. Julie. We go on to B. Council adopt ordinance 019-2025 to establish a franchise fee to be paid by Southwestern Electric Power Company to Natchitoches Parish for the use of parish right-of-way and public property. At this time, we'll let Mr. Mark Carey, and then after him, we have anyone from Southwestern to speak and anyone else from the audience and the council.
Thank you, Ms. Frederick. The purpose of this franchise fee is to compensate Natchitoches Parish for the use of parish-owned right-of-way and public property in the operation of SWEPCO's utility services. Now, this is allowed by Louisiana law, and we have the legal authority to impose a franchise fee upon any business located within the parish. And Louisiana revised statute, I've got it written down and I gave it out prior to. So, how does a franchise fee differ from taxes? Well, franchise fees are collected from utility customers and appear similarly on a tax bill. They're legally and functionally a fee. The courts have consistently ruled that they are actually a fee and not taxes, all the way to the Supreme Court. So, were any franchise fees transferred from the previous Valley Electric to SWEPCO? Yes, there were 20 pre-existing municipal franchise agreements and some others with railroads and such, and they were transferred. The real question, I guess, because some may ask, well, why are we doing it now? I guess my real question is, why haven't we done this earlier? Why has it taken 15 years to ask SWEPCO to compensate the parish for what they're using? And I would submit that no responsible person would give away something for free if you're an elected official. So, does the Louisiana Public Service Commission have to approve a franchise fee? No, the parish can pass a franchise ordinance itself. The Public Service Commission has regulatory authority over how that franchise fee is billed and recovered from customers. But basically, the rule is 2.5 cents can be charged to the parish, the rest is charged to the entire coverage area. So, I asked, and the amount is 5 cents, and it would be sent at the end of each quarter, and so the concept is simply a fee. That's all it is. Thank you, Ms. Frederick.
Is there anyone from SWEPCO?
I think we do have someone, Mike, from SWEPCO. Michael?
Good evening, Michael Corbin, External Affairs Manager for SWEPCO. Mr. Carey's done a fantastic job of explaining how franchise fees may work. And he's also correct that we had approximately 20 franchise agreements that were in place when we purchased Valley Electric Co-op a number of years ago. And we and the Public Service Commission brought those agreements forward. There is an agreement with Natchitoches Parish that was executed in 1937. It's a 99-year agreement, so it's got a few years left before it expires. Just for clarification, there are no parishes within the SWEPCO service district where a franchise fee is collected or paid. We are unaware of any parish in the state of Louisiana where an electric utility pays a franchise fee to a parish. I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
When we purchased Valley, I'm sure many of you were Valley customers. You had reliability issues, other things going on that led to Valley being available for purchase. Valley did not use treated poles, and we have now replaced all of the poles with some of the hurricanes that have passed through multiple times. But now there are treated poles for better reliability and resiliency. This year we announced an additional $18 million for forestry work, much of that in the Valley District. Because it's, as you know, it's rural, there are trees everywhere, there are lines running through the woods. So there's a large amount of additional forestry work underway. And we will be before the Public Service Commission Wednesday of this week, presenting our resiliency plan for 2026, 2027, asking for additional funds for forestry work, much of that in the Valley District. I've previously communicated our stance with each of you through letters, and I've had conversations with some of you. And with that, I will stop and answer any questions that you may have.
I have a question from my constituents, the people that I represent. This fee will be passed on to the customers, yes or no?
Yes.
2.5 cents. 2.5 cents.
That's per thousand.
It's
Per,
2.5%.
But what, 2%, cents?
Yeah.
Right. Not 5, but not 5%, you know,
Well,
But the 5%, but the other 2.5% would be spread out.
spread out through the entire SWEPCO area.
Businesses too.
And
It's a
just-
business.
And
yeah.
just in this parish,
So you're only gonna see 2.5%.
times what number?
Well, 2.5%.
What's the number of customers?
Whatever your bill, 2.5%.
2% more on my bill.
Yeah,
That's
2.5%.
okay.
Okay.
and there will be another percentage increase. It won't be the full 2.5 because it is spread
It's spread
among
out.
SWEPCO customers. This may factor into your decision, it may not. That has been paid
I'm sorry.
to Natchitoches municipalities via franchise agreement by SWEPCO for the past 12 months is $100,300. That's for all the municipalities in Natchitoches Parish for the past 12 months.
That's what's been paid out?
To municipalities,
Yes.
which will not go to the parish.
Correct.
And that's municipalities, they now have a tax base.
And you said there's no parishes that have this. Well, East Baton Rouge Parish has it, Orleans Parish has it,
I don't believe that's.
but they're city parish government, they do have it.
But that's a little different setup.
True, but it covers their whole parish. And I don't, I'm not painting SWEPCO as the big evil, because they're not. When they took over Valley Electric, the rates went up 52%. They actually came in there and kind of rescued them. So it's a good thing. But that agreement was signed in 1937, folks. 99 years but that was a mutual co-op, okay? So, all I'm looking at here is fairness. And so any opposition to this by characterizing it as a tax is both misleading and unfair, because it's not a tax, it's simply a fee. And the thing is, you are a subsidiary of a large for-profit, not a mutual company, not a co-op. It's a for-profit, American Electric Power, a giant electric company, one of the largest electric utility companies in the country. More than 5 million customers in 11 states, substantial operating revenues in the parish, for free for the last 15 years. And I might add that the Public Service Commission is involved and proves and vouchsafes this. The franchise fee I propose simply ensures that a portion of those corporate profits are reinvested into local infrastructure that makes the operations possible. It's not a tax burden, it's a matter of fairness, fiscal responsibility, necessary stewardship, and I would argue to vote otherwise would be a disservice to the fair-minded people of Natchitoches Parish, and perhaps even a dereliction of duty to hardworking people. So, in 1936, when the Rural Electrification Act was done, the co-op was formed, and in 37 this was signed, or 36, whichever one it was signed. I understand the situation then, but it's not the situation now with a large electric company that's using Natchitoches Parish's facilities, rights of way, everything like that for free. Okay? All we're speaking about is fairness here. So, and as we said earlier, we're talking about a 2.5 cent, possibly, if the Public Service Commission approves it, and they would have to approve it, increase, and then the rest is spread around the entire area. So, I would argue that would be fair compensation for the use of our rights of way. And I would argue that it would be the right thing to do. Thank you, sir.
Just clarification. A franchise fee, and whether we call it a fee or a tax.
It's called a fee.
Doesn't matter, but it is referred to in Louisiana as a franchise fee. that is not paid by the corporation. It is a pass-through tax.
If the
or
Public
pass-through
Service
fee
Commission approves it.
That is paid 100% by the customer base.
100%.
100%. Any other questions?
How much are you proposing?
5 cents.
But is there a total? Or it's just based on?
Well, they're about 13,000 customers, so if you run the numbers, whatever the average monthly bill time, 5 cents.
Depends on how many people.
Exactly.
Okay,
My
thank you.
$300 bill would cost me another $7.50 a month.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, on my deal, you're talking about $2,000 is what I got. And we just passed this, voted down a tax. I don't care what you call it, a tax or tariff, whatever you call it. 76% of the people that didn't want that. It's passed along to the consumer. I don't need to pay $2,000 more a year, to me, but you still hadn't told us how much money it's gonna generate across the parish.
Well, we don't know.
Well,
That's
you
just-
gotta know.
Well, it's somewhere between $1 million and $1.5 million if the estimates, if you estimated a $200 bill versus if you estimated a higher bill.
But you can't estimate, you gotta know.
Well, we don't know exactly, but we have a range.
But you should know what the cost will be. You gotta know.
Well, it depends on what your electric bill is that month.
If you take the company that's here now, take the parish, and they look at, if it's $10 million that they spend a year in Ike's Parish, add 5% to that, that's gonna give you your number.
But I cannot predict next year's bill.
I can't either.
And that's the problem.
I can't either.
Yeah.
But it is a pass-along tax tariff to the consumer.
It is Mr. Braxton, it's a fee. Whether they pass it along is entirely up to SWEPCO.
They are, you just told you,
I
they're not
know.
gonna pass
It is entirely up to them.
They won't
Nobody compels them to pass it
That is
on.
incorrect, sir.
Nobody compels you.
We don't have a choice of.
Nobody holds a gun to your head and say, you must pass this along. You pass along because you think it's the best way to increase the rate.
Louisiana regulations.
Are they gonna?
It allows you. It doesn't compel you.
Are they going to pay, I'm asking him, are you going to pass it along?
Yeah, he's already said they're
Okay,
going
so
to.
it's gonna cost more money. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Braxton, if you want to talk, you need to come up here,
Okay,
please.
I got, okay, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
I would like to ask one thing.
Okay.
Glenn just left here, and they've been all over Natchitoches Parish. Are we gonna ask them for a franchise fee?
That's a good question.
Well,
We haven't looked at that.
I mean,
Oh, we're gonna.
you know, I've had some complaints over the years with SWEPCO, coming and cutting brush and throwing it in the ditch and leaving it. But it did rot, and we was able to get most of it out. I got an inspection on my personal property on the 18th of September for a meter that I've had a pole sitting up for 2 years. I haven't got electricity yet. I'm not important, you know, but if you got to pull with Southwestern, tell them to come fix my pole for me.
I know a guy.
You know, before we do any decision, we need to talk to Glenn and see if we're gonna do anything for them.
Well, this would not be imposed on Glenn, though, I will tell you. And SWIFT, this would be simply for SWIFT. But now, according to the state law, you could conceivably do a
There are
franchise.
more in our right of ways than this company.
Yeah, you could conceivably do
They
that.
didn't put their poles in our ditches now. You know, but you're saying what's fair, and I'm telling you what's fair, so.
Well, whenever he
In
does.
these municipalities, I didn't realize that they was getting money.
I did. I
But
knew.
we need to find out, and they can start buying some material with the road with it.
Possible. They pay a lot of the mayors of the towns and the councilmen get paid from the franchise. I think it's what they use. for.
Really?
Yeah, because they got no tax base, so that's the only way they run that town. It's all.
Yeah, and I really ain't got a dog in this fight, and I'm like Calvin, you know, we need to know exactly how much it's gonna generate. And I had talked to Julie about it, and she told me around $1 million, $1.5 million, but we don't know. So let's find out these things if we can. We'll have some way to argue. How much you gonna be paying, Calvin?
$2,000.
we may go ahead and try to pass this thing.
Well, I hope not. You might regret it.
That's all I want to say, you know, let's think about Swift and anybody else. We got Clico.
That's who I was gonna bring up, Mr. Salter. If we're gonna be fair and go after SWEPCO, Clico's bigger than SWEPCO, right, Mr.
Not in
Michael?
this parish.
It don't matter, they don't produce electricity, Clico does.
Then we got Bell.
And we do got
Bell
powers
South.
in this
We've got
parish.
600 people with new Clico. in the
We
parish.
got a transmission power line that runs right through this parish. I
We
get it to you.
have about
I get it to
800
you.
Entergy and about 600 Clico, and about
we got-
13,000
We got
SWEPCO.
Bell South.
We got Bell South, AT&T,
And
so.
I'm not excluding Clico or Entergy, I'm just saying, we're starting somewhere.
Any more?
Sounds like there's lots of upside to this. You can go after these other companies. Once you've got this in place, go.
Well, if these other companies don't use the word tax, which is the dirty word, and it becomes a fee, now Calvin's gonna be paying $4,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's correct.
It's just gonna go up and up.
it's all being passed on.
Yeah. It goes
Pretty
to-
soon, they're gonna be
goes to the-
taxing Atmos Energy because they just ran a bunch of lines on the
Yeah, we
ground.
got all those.
Oh, yeah, you got all that natural gas out there, huh?
Okay,
That's what I'm hearing.
any more from the audience on B? Any more from the councilman?
This was a good idea.
Okay. C, council adopt ordinance 021-2025 to authorize the parish president to surplus the Roberlin Library building. Any discussion on that? If not, from the audience? Okay. D and E is for adjudicated properties. 022 and 023 is for adjudicated properties. Do we have any discussion on those?
Which of these is the shooting range?
Neither.
Neither.
It's not.
No. One is located on Lee Godwin Road and one is in King.
In fact, the shooting is not on the agenda right
It's
now.
not on here?
No.
No.
Okay.
Do we have anything from the audience on those two? If not, I'd like to get an offer from the council to close public hearing and move into action.
I'll second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes. May not be a good time.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Okay, we're completely out of public hearing. Now we go to action. A, can I get an offer for the budget?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Budget passed.
Thank you.
Not like last year.
B, for SWEPCO, can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
No.
Mr. Braxton?
No.
Mr. Cheatwood?
No.
Didn't pass. C, council adopt ordinance 021 to authorize the parish president to surplus the Roberlin Library building. Can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Passed. D, council, for the two adjudicated properties. D, can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Passed. For the second adjudicated property, can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Passed. Now we'll go to resolutions. Council to approve resolution for Ms. Sharon Harris, Executive Director for the Office of Community Services for Natchitoches Parish Authority to enter into and sign the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, LAHEAP, agreement for the grant period October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2027, on behalf of the Natchitoches Parish government to receive and administer the LAHEAP funds for the agency. On a discussion for that. If not, can I get an offer? Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Passed. Second under resolution, council to approve resolution for approving the insurance, sale, and delivery of 7,500 revenue anticipation note of the Natchitoches Parish Hospital Service District of the Parish of Natchitoches, State of Louisiana. Ms. Julie, you want to give something on that in case someone don't know?
All I really know is I received the same email you received from Brennan. It's $7.5 million in revenue and anticipation notes for Natchitoches Parish, or Natchitoches Regional Medical Center. Basically, that's what little I know. I know there, is there someone here from the hospital?
Brent is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's someone here from the hospital speaking.
Will we ask them?
Thank you. Really what it is,
What's your name again, sir?
Brent Probasco, Chief Financial Officer at the hospital. So really what we're asking is a line of credit for $7.5 million, and the reasoning for this is the Medicaid physician and hospital programs that the Louisiana State has proposed have not been approved by CMS. So the hospital right now is not been paid over $4 million as of today. As of December, it'll be closer to 6. Until those programs are approved, which we believe they will be approved, it's just the timing of it. So to help us in that interim, this is just a line of credit. One-time line of credit will be paid off by 9/30/2026, or when we do get the funds from the state for the Medicaid program. The line of credit is for 7.5. We will overdraw what we need. There is no prepayment penalty, so if those funds become available, we will pay that off. I think what the council needs to know is you have no fiduciary duty for the hospital service district, so there's no obligation for you to pay these. This is all on the hospital service district. So if there's any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Brett, could we do that again? Passing this resolution in no way obligates the parish to pay off this.
Correct. This is all in the hospital service district. And like I say,
Get a loan like that.
it's a timing issue because the
Yes.
programs for Medicaid haven't been approved. And this is not just Natchitoches Hospital. All the hospitals have not been.
And that's because of the shutdown of the government and such?
It's because the new administration, changed administration, changed some of the rules, so the state program did not meet those, so they had to rework those. So for 2025, right now, we're owed about $2 million, and we're starting to get that trickle in now. But the 2026 programs haven't been approved. And we're not the only state, and we're not the only hospital in this situation, so.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, if it, no other questions, can I get an offer? Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Passed. Other agenda items. Council approved authorizing the parish president to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement between the Natchitoches Parish government and the Louisiana Department of Veteran Affairs. Julie?
So, earlier this year, we did this, but the Office of Veterans Affairs has decided, and they don't ask for much, they decided that they need a little increase. It's gonna be less than $20 a month that will increase our contribution. So it's not gonna be a hardship on the parish, and it's what they need, so. We should support the veterans.
And this
Not the
is,
veteran part,
this is just
No, this
for
is
the
not for
increase.
veterans part.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, this is just for the increase.
And how much do we pay them in total?
$322 a month it was $303, it went up to $322, I think it's going to $330 4
I
of
think it is.
344.
Yeah.
It's less than $350 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not much at all.
It's not very much at all. It's
Okay.
a wee bit they're asking for the increase per month. The total is $334 a month, not the increase.
Yeah.
If there's no more discussion, can I get an offer?
Offer.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Holm?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Pass. B, council to authorize the parish president to sign an agreement with Kinetics Broadband for IT services.
Yes.
Julie? Oh. You say you offer?
I'm
Okay.
just coming back again to ask, to allow us to sign an agreement with Kinetics. My opinion, it's our safest option, so. And it gives us more support where, as we talked before, we're not gonna be dealing with a one-man person, show, so. Any other questions? And Mr. Brian Roy is here if anybody would like to ask him.
Okay, yeah, please. If you would come up, please.
He's shy.
Good evening. So how many employees work for your firm?
Approximately 40.
40, okay. And cybersecurity is one of your fortes?
Extremely.
Yeah. I retired from the Department of Homeland Security, didn't work for CISA, but I hear there are a lot of cyber attacks because they're always after me. So on an average monthly basis, how many attacks do you think we counter? The average government entity?
It's hard to say.
It would vary. Realistically, I would say just about every government account, we have 5 to 7 threats that are mitigated monthly, which is a small number, but it only takes one.
Yeah, that's the problem with terrorism and cyber terrorism and cyber attacks. It just, one makes it through and everything is all lost. And all of our money is gone, what little bit we had to put on the roads.
So your system will alert you immediately when the firewall is punched?
Yes, so basically what we're gonna do is take you guys from a rule-based security system or antivirus, which basically where it reads the definitions of what is a virus today, to a 24/7 military-grade AI-based security service. We're also going to have a second security service that is a 24/7 service that actually manages and looks at the alerts that initial security service is going to provide. We'll run log management on all of those pieces, and then we'll be able to either remediate, mitigate, quarantine, whatever may be needed to be done on a particular device or on the network. Probably 60% of the customers that we have are government-based.
Can I ask you, you said AI, is it learning to get better to prevent the next attack because it's learning from the last? Is that what the AI is?
Yes, it's more about looking at when someone is doing something, if they strangely, or if a device strangely starts doing something else that it has never done before. Is primarily what the AI is looking at. Meaning if someone has never tried to get into QuickBooks, why is this person now trying to get into QuickBooks? We want to have an alert to that, so that way we can reconcile that.
So are you backing up the files, or are we backing up files?
We will do complete backups of the server farm and the data that is currently on y'all network.
Every day? Monthly?
Yes, every day. Actually, every 4 hours.
You want to the cloud?
It will go to the cloud. It will go in a multi-tenanted Microsoft data center.
Okay. Is it 100% secure? Nobody is.
Can't say that it is 100% secure, but usually when audits are done, there's about 10 to 15 prerequisites for you to pass state level regulations, and we will check those boxes.
Yeah, the reason I say it's not 100%, it's not nothing against you personally, nothing's 100% out there
Absolutely not.
in the computer world. Anybody can hack. If government gets hacked, nobody's safe. And the government has been hacked a few times.
With the tools that we will have on the network and the backups in
Yeah.
place,
That's it.
that is the best case scenario to keep you guys as secure as possible.
Hacker only has to be right one time out of 1,000.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be right 1,000 out of 1,000. I understand. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
He's got.
You have one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, state assessment, IT assessment,
Yes.
going with you guys, we will pass that.
Yes. I mean, passing and whatnot is a variation or a variable. But yes, you will check all boxes to pass, yes.
Okay.
But isn't that a low bar?
Yeah, well, I mean, it just depends on
well,
what is in the
expensive
report
bar.
from the state and whatnot. You know, it does come back to the dollars amount you want to put back in.
Yeah, see what you pay for.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Okay, and also it says IT services, and we just talked about security services.
Yes, sir.
You maintain our servers
Yes, sir.
and software and
Yes, sir.
the website.
We're not doing the website, but we are doing all of the desktops and the applications that will run on the servers and the server data, yes, sir.
That's the most important part. That's the heart beat. The server.
Okay. I was hoping.
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't know you all weren't providing those services in some areas here already.
We are.
And I know, and that's it, I found that out, and I've spoken to some key people, so I'm good with it.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right, I got an offer already. Can I get a second?
Move it.
Mr. Chiefwood?
Yes.
I mean, Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Chiefwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Pass. Okay, C, council to approve insurance for the parish, including but not limited to health, retired supplemental health, dental, vision, and life policies. And then we got for second group, workers' compensation, auto, inland marine, cybersecurity, property, and public official. Kathy?
Yes. So as you know, the parish has been self-funded for 5 years for our health, dental, vision. No, health, dental, our vision is still outsourced and our life insurance is still outsourced. Our rates were increasing year over year. Over the last 5 years, we have increased our rates one time, maintained. We are doing very well. I gave you all a sheet if you want to look. We are projecting over so if we were paying a company what we would be paid out, once you pay it, it's gone forever. What we do is transfer the funds to cover our claims. So far, we have $300,000 still in the bank estimated for this year by the time we finish out our claims. So we have saved $300,000. The people that help us with this insurance have estimated that we could reduce our rates for next year, but they suggest that we don't for some reasons. Just keep the money. I mean, it's still our money. It doesn't go anywhere, but it would be there if we needed it, if we had claims that exceeded what we have had in the past. So we are asking our vision. We didn't get a renewal. We didn't need a renewal this year because our vision last year was quoted for 2 years, as well as our life insurance was quoted for 2 years. So those are not even need to be renewed. But our health and dental, we just asked to keep it the way it is right now.
Just curious, what's the average employee age for the government? Do you know that? Just curious, because I know it affects rates.
No, sir, I do not know the average.
Okay, I'm just,
But.
because those old guys are bad on.
For us, we're a little different because 5 years ago, we had all of our retirees on the same plan. When we went self-insured, we moved retirees that have Medicare because like Blue Cross and all that doesn't give you a discount because they're on Medicare. but Medicare becomes primary once they're retired. So when we moved those to a better plan, it was cheaper, and even with those rates included, we're still saving money. So I don't know what our average employee on benefits is, but I would guess somewhere
No?
40, 45, if I had to guess.
45, 50.
Maybe even, 45 or 50. We're,
Not for you ladies, I'm sure, but for everybody else.
but I,
Living
Have
for
no idea.
62, I'm just telling you.
so unless anybody has any questions about health, dental,
Dental, I'm looking here, your rate's gonna be $72.38 per month?
no, sir? What page are you on?
Oh, 10, I believe is the number.
Our rates for dental are $35 a month.
35, 45, or 55.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, for the employee, I'm saying for,
that's family, that's
All right,
if
so
you have
for
your
your-
spouse and your children on there, then the parish pays for the employee and half of the spouse. And
Wow.
half of the children.
Right.
wow.
Yep,
It's good benefit.
it's very good benefits.
Could I get you to negotiate for me? Considerably more than that.
That's one of them.
One of the benefits of being on the group.
Okay.
Good job.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Finish that
Take a
one?
vote for that one.
Can I get an offer for that one?
I'll offer.
Second?
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Pass.
Okay. For all other, our property inland marine, put this on your sites. So, as you know, in 2025, we were forced by our, the only carrier that was interested in us, to get general liability. So next year, we'll have general liability also. And you can see the comparison in all the rates. Property went up, inland marine went up, general liability went up, automobile went up, public officials went down just a hair, employment practices liability went up, cyber went down just a little bit, our workers' compensation, if you look at that, our current premiums for this year are $52,449, and for next year, they're estimated to be $34,734. So overall, we have an increase of about $14,000, but it would have been much higher if our workers' compensation would not have went down drastically. From what I understand, we had a rough year that rolled off of our loss history.
Okay. You anticipated my question.
Yes, yes. So, our only option right now.
Any more discussion? Can I get an offer? Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Pass. At this time, we have visitors for 3 minutes for non-agenda items.
Good afternoon, my name is Calvin Braxton. I think I sent back in September a email to all the board members on 5 questions that I had concern about for discussion. But I noticed it, I wasn't here last month, and I think I called it, so I'll come in today. But I don't want to hold you to them, but I'm sure you read it, but I see it's not on the agenda for discussion. So I was wondering, would it be on that for next month? Did y'all get the email that I sent to everybody about the 5 items that I had concerned about for discussion? I said I wanted for discussion.
Yes. And let's do it.
Okay, you got, you got them? You got the 5 items that, y'all ready to discuss those 5 items that I addressed on this document here?
I haven't seen the
I
questions.
have some answers to
So you.
I don't have the,
I
I don't have the paper right in
copy.
front of me.
I've never seen it. All right.
It was in the, it was in the email. I'll take a hard copy, sir.
If you don't,
Did I get one?
After that, you get one. And I'll give, based on what I'm seeing, I don't think you're ready. So if you want to postpone it to the next meeting and for discussion, I think that'd be a proper thing to do, because as of right now, I don't think nobody is ready. Some have, but it's some very serious stuff that I'm concerned about and need to address. And I think to benefit me and the citizens of Natchitoches Parish, I think you really need to look at it and come back with a real good answer as to what I'm asking about. One of the biggest concerns that you see is paying taxes, and one of the biggest concerns is what we spending for money on prisons. I think Mr. Lockhart tried to do that last week, but I think I'd like to postpone it and put it on the agenda, and where you can have time to look at it and address it and come back with some serious answers, because that's very concerning to me.
It looks like all these questions are for the president, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The council can't answer these questions.
Well, whoever answers, whether the council or whoever has been out there, and so it needs to be addressed. When I say you might not be elected, but it all affects all of y'all, not just the president, it affects everybody. So I think each one of y'all have some input into what's going on, and on those answers that I'm talking about. I really don't want to address it just to the chairman. I want to address it to the full council to get y'all opinion on what's going on and what's happening in Natchitoches Parish. I don't think it's up to one person. I think it's up to the council to do. I appreciate your time, and
I apologize, misunderstanding how you wanted this, but we'll have it on the agenda for next month.
okay, okay, good, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
You too, sir.
Is anybody else coming up? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, we got an appraisal. I'm Bob Salter. Bill Bob Salter, parish president. We got an appraisal on the shooting range. Got 20 acres. That thing was put together as an amphitheater back in the, the 70s. And then it didn't work out, so the parish ended up with it, and it became a shooting range. And we got several buildings out there that dilapidated. We turned this thing over to the Natchitoches Sportsman in 2012 for 10 years, and the agreement's been out since 22. Nothing's been done with it. So I got to looking at ways that maybe I could go out there and make some money for the parish with it. And can't come up with anything for what the money we'd have to spend. It'd take us 40 years to recover to do anything to make money. Okay, merchantable timber, we got pine trees that big around 100 feet tall. Nobody wants them, so they're full of lead and copper. They don't want the trees. And anybody to do anything with the ground is full of copper and lead, and it has to be mined and all that, so it's way out of the realm of us doing anything with it to recover any money. It didn't pay but $311,000. So what I want y'all to do, and I went and had a brief conversation with the sheriff, asked if he was interested in it. I've been dealing with some deputies, and they was in with the Natchitoches Sportsman, and they brought us all the insurance liabilities they had. We're still paying insurance on the building ourselves, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So we need to get rid of that. I just want y'all to talk about it, go out there and look around and feel led to, and maybe let's surplus this thing and put it out for, sale, based on $311,000.
Where do we take our students and where do people go to, we have a big hunting community. Where do they practice? Where do they
Well,
cycle?
they go out there. When we was running it before, Miss Joe, that somebody said something about Miss Joe, she lived on that property. We gave them a place to stay to watch over the property. Her ex-mother-in-law used to teach classes, and she took all the money in, for whoever was coming to use it, but it just kind of dwindled out, Bill. That's what I'm gonna
Nobody
do.
wants to lease it anymore?
They want it for nothing. Nobody's gonna pay us anything. I've done the talk to the sportsman.
So what about to sell it? They would also experience the same problem, the lead, right? If someone bought it?
Yeah, but it will have to always be a shooting range, is what I'm trying to
Right,
say. It can't be nothing else.
So you think someone around here would buy it for continuing
Well,
as
the
a shooting?
sheriff said he might be interested in it,
All right.
and he needs a shooting range, all the law enforcement. And back from the jury days, when I was president, I was going to approach the sheriff and the city, chief of police about something, and it didn't work out back in those days, but anyway, I would like to see us turn it over to somebody, and if we get some money out of it.
Was this offered to Sheriff Jones in the past? And he-
No, it was talked about. He left before we got around to the big deal.
I thought that there was someone on the lease. Trying to see, somebody sent me something about
Yeah,
that.
there was that group that had the lease that expired.
Yeah.
Because I asked them,
That the current shooting association that he's
I
talking
asked them
about.
if they
yeah.
wanted another lease, is that what they were asking me about?
Oh, I don't
And he
know.
said yes. But
Yeah, they want-
I didn't know how much money,
It's
you
a city,
know, if he
Previous
wanted.
lease had no payment.
No payment.
no
The
pay.
only requirement was that they maintain the liability insurance and all that.
Yeah.
So the parish did not receive any monies, and the parish was still paying for the property insurance on the buildings.
Yeah, they neglected to tell me that.
And currently, where they're having their classes for concealed weapon, shooting instruction or whatever, we still own those buildings, and nobody's doing anything to upgrade them. It's just getting down, and I don't feel like we need the expense of it, we're not gonna make anything out of it. And,
Well, if we lease it to them and they're responsible to upkeep it, then it shouldn't be a burden on us at all.
well, you just have to go out and look at the tree in the roof out there, Bill, there's a limb sticking through the roof, and it's been there for several years. I was going to see if our insurance would fix it, and then I don't think we're even covered.
No, because we can't prove that when a tree fell on it, and if the tree is dead now, we don't know if it was dead when it fell on it, so insurance won't pay us anything. We had to send Winston out to board up the building and put signs on it to keep people out, so they didn't get hurt in the building. One of the buildings.
They don't want to pay
Not
anything
the
for
building.
it. All right,
One of
now-
the buildings.
I don't think they do, they never
Well, they don't.
offered
There was a huge controversy here.
it. And I left after, let's see, I was gone from 2015 to 2019, so somewhere between that, they had some kind of controversy, you saying? And the people that originally took it from us, who was Ronnie Dowden, he was state trooper, state policeman. They had some people come in, and I think they voted their original members out, and somebody else took it over, and I don't know what it was all about, but I really don't want nothing to do with it.
So, Mr. Salter, are you gonna talk to the sheriff to see if he's
I
interested?
did, I talked to him, he said, man, I need a shooting range, I said, well, I'm going to talk to the council, and I forgot to bring up my report, see what y'all don't want y'all to be involved in it, whatever y'all decide to do, I'm fine with it, I don't want it to do with it.
I like the idea that it stays a shooting range, that if the sheriff bought it, it would.
Pretty much, if you don't have any other use.
Right, so if the sheriff gets it, otherwise you gotta drive to Shreveport or Woodworth for a shooting range.
Yeah.
That's the closest range.
The lady that lives out there, Miss Virginia, she's still teaching classes, you know, so. Y'all mull it over and look around out there and,
All right.
see what you gonna do with it.
How much has the shooting range cost us in the last whatever years? Anything? Have we put anything in it?
We pay insurance on the property.
That's $1 million, yeah.
Yeah, so we pay
I'm looking
insurance
at-
on the property, well, that's not the only property that we have insured, but we pay insurance on the property.
How much is that insurance?
I will have to look and see what, we get a blanket policy, that covers all of our buildings, and we ask them to break it out. I can look and see, I don't know that those are official, but I can look at how you pay assigned to those buildings and what it cost us and what we've paid over the last couple of years. I don't know that I can go back 10, but
Yeah.
I can find the last 3 or 4 or 5 maybe and
That's
see.
important.
Yeah, because it kind of looks like it was on halves between sportsmen and police jury to pay the $1 million premium, according to this CEA.
Oh, no, they have to carry their own general liability. They have their own
$1
liability
million.
insurance and all that. We don't pay any
That's
of
what I was
their,
asking.
yeah, we don't pay any of those insurance. The only thing that we have is insurance on the physical buildings.
Right, we don't have nothing to do with this $1 million.
We do not. They provided us all of their insurance coverages for everything like that when Mr. Salter asked for it. So, they have all of the insurances other than the building, but we don't make anything off of it, and it's just costing us for the building. So, no less, worst case scenario, we need to at least get enough money to cover the insurance on the building, so it doesn't cost us.
Is that been talked about?
Those ponds, they got a pond out there now, they got a sewer pond, and I don't think it's ever been cleaned or refurbished since '70s, and that's another risk we got to prove with right there. If that ever gets out and goes going in the Red River and contaminated with lead and stuff, I just don't want to be responsible for it.
Yes,
For the
and
parish to be responsible for something. But y'all are grown people and you shoot, you hunt, you shoot, well, you don't count, but you don't vote. So, I don't know if Bobby shoots, I'm sure the rest of you shoot.
Can I ask a question? Do the sportsmen still take care of it and operate it? Do you
They
know?
have been out there using it, they got personal trophies all on the
Oh,
wall.
I know, that's
I
yeah,
don't
it's a
think,
personal.
Carol, I don't.
NRA has a lot to do with
Yeah,
that.
it was a personal.
NRA is involved in it too.
It was?
NRA is in it. They got a lot of stuff out there in
It's a
NRA.
personal.
Hey, looks like that lock on one.
But anyway, y'all can roll that one over and I tried to get Calvin from Masters on some of these, I don't know. I didn't get a copy of this, so I guess he just sent it to the council.
Now, did you forward that to them?
No, he sent, his secretary sent to all the council people. I didn't have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, it was coming to us.
I never saw it, I
I'm
guess.
positive. I'm positive.
Did you see it?
I was just gonna answer, somebody asked about kids going out there, and I don't know if that was answered. Yes, the 4-H does go out there and use that facility, and they pay to use that facility.
Yeah, yes, it's a gate charge of $20.
Yeah, they pay a gate, I think they can give them a reduced fee for the shooting members. And especially if they have, their families have, you can have like a membership.
Yeah.
So if their families have a membership, they get a better deal too. But they do pay to go out there.
Yeah.
And I went and talked to Ms. Pierce about her citizen taking it over, maybe doing something with it through the 4-H, but she said she just don't have the ability. And I went out to the, city marshal, I think it's in Ward 1. If they had any interest in running the thing or doing something with it, but they never did get back to me, so. The sheriff didn't jump out of the chair and hug me about it, he said he would be interested.
It's kind of like dead land, because you ain't gonna get nobody to take it with the condition it's in. So it's not a shooting range, it's not gonna ever be nothing. Because the cost to mine that, to get all that lead, and out of the timber's no good anyway, so that was the only valuable thing you had that you could harvest. You're not gonna make no money off timber, so I think we're beating a dead horse.
Well, I did, ask this lady, it was hard to get anybody to go out there and appraise it. So, I asked her to get a forester to go out. I called Matt Farland, I called Ron Martin, and asked him to send people out there and look at the timber. Nobody didn't want to fool with it, but I still may get a cruise on it from an individual that said he would go look at the timber just to see what it would be worth if it was any good.
Yeah, if it's got a lot of lead.
I hate to think that we would not be offering that service to our hunters, our up-and-coming hunters, and people that need it to be ready for safety. You know, how these young kids gonna learn how to handle firearms and stuff like that. I took my godson out there and he took all of his training so he could get his lifetime hunting license. And then when it was time for me to get renewal of my concealed permit, I had to go all the way to Winfield because the gate was closed, nobody was there anymore.
Well, that's why I'm.
Very inconvenient.
Y'all figure out something, let's move ahead. We either gotta give it back to them or give them some kind of a deal, or we take it over and do it ourselves.
Okay.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
What's the name of the association, Mr. Chigley?
The NRA.
I know it's not NRA,
Oh,
it's Sportsman.
sportsman? It was sportsman.
No, Natchitoches Shooting Sports Association.
You were reading.
Yeah, I got it. I'll tell you exactly who it is.
Are there any more? If not, can I get an offer to,
One more item.
It's called sportsman.
What?
This our last
Just
council
Sportsman is the
session.
only name?
That's the
Sportsman's Association?
OCEA. Yeah.
Can I say-
Organizations are not.
The lady was just asking the question, right? I was just letting you know she was.
That's all I see, Miss Carol.
So am I understanding you right? I can't really understand you. It's just the Sportsman's Association?
Yeah, I'll let you read it. Here it is. That'd be best so that you kind of get number 14. Number 14 on the CBA, it says sportsman. That'd be the best way.
okay, Mr.
Mr.
Holmes?
Holmes?
Okay, in our last meeting, we had a ordinance come up that we tabled for rezoning a piece of property. Okay? And tonight, we didn't do anything about that.
No one told me to put it back on the agenda. It still had to go through to the planning and zoning because it hadn't went through them.
It
For
had gone
the-
through them, that's where
The
it came from.
introduction,
No, it had passed.
It passed?
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
okay.
Now, we tabled it. I think we should take it off the table and deal with it officially.
We would have had to add that to the agenda in the beginning, it's too late.
Well, if you, if part of procedure, if you do not deal with it, does it die after so much time and it's a dead motion, right? So it fails.
Put it to the table.
Did it go through y'all public hearing?
It did, and it
Okay.
did pass. And so I moved it over to us,
To
and
put it back on to here?
it was introduced, well, no, it was tabled on introduction.
Right,
So it never
So we can
really
put
was
it back.
introduced, it was
Right.
just tabled.
And
so we can put it back next
And the
month.
motion was to do what now? Mr. Hall, could you restate what the motion was for?
It was to rezone a piece of property on Fish Hatchery Road.
So we can put it back on for next month.
You're good.
Since she said it passed because they had concerns in their meeting, because they have everybody there, and then now they went through their big one, and she said it passed.
We're just here if
They had some concerns.
Yeah, I know there was people with concerns.
We can
I just didn't want
reintroduce
us
it next
to-
month.
June said she'll reintroduce it next month.
They could amend the agenda tonight, and then it could go to public
Okay.
hearing next month,
I figure the
not
next 2
in
weeks
January.
we'll be talking about.
Kathy's point is,
Okay, good.
if y'all wanted to amend the agenda, y'all could do that. Of course, it had to be unanimous. And then that way it would go to, it'd be introduced and go to public hearing in December instead of waiting till January. But if you don't, you don't, and you go back and amend the agenda to untable it, and then introduce it, yes or no. Or take no action and
To do
start
action
again.
today and then have 30 days and then finalize the action in 30 days. But if you're willing to wait 60 days, then it would start the clock next month.
Okay.
I'm gonna suggest we just leave it the way it is and put it back on next time, so here's some more questions.
Can I get an offer to adjourn?
I got a lot of.
Alan? Braxton? Paul?
Yes.
Chief Wood? Karen?
Yes.
Adjourn.
Hey, y'all. Julie?
Yes, sir.